Happy Sunday. Welcome back to Morning Coffee. This is Megan. Today I am talking all about what I do on Sundays to set myself up for a really great week. If you like videos like this that talk about organization, goal getting, productivity, or personal growth, this is an awesome channel for you. Please consider subscribing. I would love to start our community out strong here on YouTube with 1,000 subscribers here in 2020. Please consider joining us. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when another video is posted. I so appreciate it, and thanks so much for considering subscribing. Let's get into my Sunday success routine. You've all probably heard about the Sunday Scaries phenomenon, essentially getting a sense of anxiety on Sundays because you know that your weekend is about to end and you're headed towards a busy work week. I actually was inspired to do this video by a video from Amy Landino. Her channel is all about like time management and going after the life that you want. I'm going to link her video up in the card and also down below. She filmed a video about Sunday Scaries and like why you get Sunday Scaries, and so I thought that that was a really good video with some good information in there. But essentially, instead of talking about why we feel so scared about the new week coming up, I thought I'd just share with you the things that I do on Sundays to make sure that my week goes a little bit easier. I think that all of us have busy lives. We all have lots of roles that we have to fulfill every single day. And all of those things combining together and meshing together during the week make our lives harder. And I think anything we can do to set ourselves up for success during the week, anything we can do to make our lives easier is well worth the time and intention. So let's talk about the things that I do on Sundays to make my life easier. When I'm looking towards a new week, I tend to look at the parts of my day that are the hardest. Like, what parts of my day during the week are the most challenging? And I have a feeling I'm not alone in saying that mornings, getting out of bed and ready and out the door to go to work, and dinner time are two of the most challenging times of day. And so when I think about my week and I know that those times are going to be challenging, there's a couple things that I can do to make those specific times of day less difficult. I want to make my mornings during the week easier. Spending time on Sunday to do my laundry is always a good thing. It's just nobody wants to feel like they don't have all of their clothes available to them. No one wants to help your husband or your 4-year-old track down his favorite sweatshirt or best work pants at 6 in the morning. Right? Like, nobody wants to be doing that. We are just doing our best to be awake at that point. Like, I don't want to do anything extra difficult. So doing my laundry on the weekends gets me kind of ready to go with work clothes for everyone for the week. And then it's just one less annoying task that I have to remember to do during the week. If you have a bigger family, you might need to do laundry more regularly, but giving yourself a good head start on Sunday is going to make Monday that much easier. Another thing I do on Sundays to help with both my mornings and my dinner time is to do a quick meal plan. So grocery shopping, cooking dinner, packing lunches, those are all really like tiresome tasks, right? Like, they're not necessarily that hard, but they are tedious and time consuming. And so if you can spend some time on Sundays to set up your meals for the week, you're going to be saving yourself a ton of stress every day during the week. I actually did a whole video on how I meal plan, and I'm going to link that up in the card so that you can check out more information on how I specifically plan for meals. But on Sundays, I like to take a look at my week, look at how many meals I need, and then go ahead and meal plan. Pick out meals that I want to cook for us for the week. That could mean ordering from HelloFresh, and that usually involves doing grocery pickup. If you've never done grocery pickup, do it. Do it. You will thank me. Grocery pickup saves me so much time, so much effort, and probably so much money because I don't go to the store on a regular basis. So on Sundays, I sit down, look at my week, plan what meals I am making that week, get my grocery order all ready to go, and then make sure we have enough food in the house for breakfasts and lunches. Taking the time to do this means that I don't have to scramble in the morning to pack a lunch. It means I don't have to not have anything available for me for breakfast, so I end up going through a drive-through on the way or picking up drive-through on the way home from work because I don't have any groceries in the house or any idea of what I want to cook, and it's late and I'm tired and I'm done and I don't want to deal with it. So spending the time to kind of plan these things in advance when you do have the time and energy means that when your energy is low at 5 p.m., you've already got all the ingredients you need. You already know what meal you're going to make. You know you have everything you need to do it. So all you have to do is just put it together. Another thing that I will specifically do with that is because of my work schedule, I'm not always home at dinner time. And I figure there must be some of you out there like that who work a shift that falls over the dinner hour or maybe doesn't work a consistent 9 to 5 like I do. And so I will note days where I won't be home over dinner hour and say, okay, I'm not going to be home for dinner. I need to either plan to have leftovers available that night, I need to cook that morning so it's ready, or maybe I cook 2 meals the night before and have one waiting ready to go. So that's something else that I plan for. Like, when am I not going to not be able to cook dinner, and what other time can I use to make some food so that it's still available at that time when I'm not home? The next thing I do on Sundays is I do a quick check-in with our bank accounts. So I don't monitor our bank accounts every single day, but it's probably 3 to 4 times a week. I go onto our bank account and just check and see what happens. I don't know about you, but on the weekends is where we tend to spend our money, right? That is when I'm grocery shopping. That's when I'm putting gas in the car. That's when I am, going out to eat or going shopping or going to buy things. So a lot of activity happens on our bank accounts over the weekend. And so taking some time on Sunday nights to just get checked back into the bank account, make sure all the charges that are on there are charges I've actually made, reflect those in the budget, see if there's anything I need to change, make sure there's money in there if there's anything that I'm planning to buy throughout the week. Just kind of, refamiliarize myself with the status of our money after the weekend. So it just makes it a little bit easier to head into the week. I know that I don't have any sort of upcoming weird situations with money that might take my focus away from just trying to get through the week. So checking in with your money on Sundays is also a really good idea. The next kind of activities that I like to take time for on the weekends and Sundays is to just kind of declutter and clean up my space. I'm totally a believer that our surroundings and our environment affects how we feel internally, mentally, and energetically. And so when things are cluttered and disorganized, we tend to feel cluttered and disorganized. And with the fast pace of our lives during the week, we don't need any extra reason to feel chaotic. So taking some time, and this doesn't have to be like a huge cleaning extravaganza. It can just be taking one area of your home that is frequently used and tends to get messy, like your kitchen or your living room, and picking up anything that doesn't belong, wiping down surfaces, maybe doing some vacuuming or sweeping. You don't have to make your entire house spick and span, but I think taking control of the spaces that you use all the time and you're going to use frequently during the week, if you can give yourself like a fresh, clean slate to start the new week, nothing feels better than that. And then the last thing that I do on Sundays is plan for the week ahead. Of course, I couldn't make a video about any of my routines without planning at some point of them. So every Sunday night, I sit down with my planner. This is my day designer planner. I have an entire video on a flip through and going through how I use this planner, so I'll link that up below. But I sit down, I look at my week ahead, and I go, what do I have going on? What do I need to be aware of? I will go back to all of the tasks I'd assigned myself for the month, kind of update which ones done and transfer them to the new week along with the tasks that I'd assigned to that week. And then I'm taking all of those things and plotting them into my calendar. I just like to get an overall sense of like, what does my week look like as a whole? What are the things I'm focusing on this week? And what are the things that I would like to get done this week? Just so that you have a really clear vision of what is ahead of you. I have a weekly refocus printable that might help you. I'm going to link that down below. It's completely free. You don't even have to give me an email address. It's just a sheet where you can every single week get some things out of your head, celebrate your accomplishments, talk about the things that have been challenging to you, and kind of set your priorities and focuses for the week. It's just a good idea, even if you're not as much of a planner as I am. Take a look at your calendar for the week so that you don't forget on Tuesday night that there's a bake sale on Wednesday morning, right? Like, nobody wants to put themselves in that situation. So taking some time on Sundays to familiarize yourself with what you have coming up for the week and what you'd like to get done is a good way to head into the week with success. I also like to acknowledge on this video that it's good to find some balance during your weekends. So I know I mentioned all of these things that I like to do on Sundays to kind of get ready for the week ahead. But I do feel like it's important to acknowledge that you also need to rest during the weekend since your week ahead is going to be busy. And so I actually filmed a video on a Sunday with some tips on how I kind of like balance productivity and rest on the weekends. So I will go ahead and link that up below. But on Sundays, I like to do things like sleep in. I like to do things like stay in my pajamas all day or not put on makeup, not do my hair. We sometimes will cook a nice breakfast. So we'll brew a nice pot of coffee, a big pot so we can have several cups. Maybe we'll make waffles or pancakes or omelets or something we just normally wouldn't take the time to make during the week. We relax with a show on Sunday night. So there is something to be said for balancing out your day as well. It doesn't have to all be work. What's nice about Sundays is if you give yourself a little bit of balance of work and rest, you're going to feel like you're ready to head into the week because you have energy and also because you've taken the time to set yourself up to make your week easier. So I just wanted to throw that in there and mention it so that you don't think that Sundays has to be all work, because that's not what I think it should be either. Just imagine what it would feel like to go into a new week knowing that you had a clear idea of what's on your calendar and what you want to get done. You knew what meals you were making for dinner. You have all of those foods in the house. You've picked up your space. Your laundry is done. You've rested and relaxed. And maybe Sunday nights wouldn't feel quite so scary, right? I'm one of those people, I actually kind of enjoy the ritual of a Sunday night, and I kind of enjoy the process of getting back to routine and structure. So maybe, hopefully you found this video helpful with some tips and strategies for how you can have a great Sunday that sets you up for the week ahead. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will be back for another video on Wednesday and Sunday. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great week ahead.